the driver's meeting and will report to the rear of the field. A 20-time career feature event winner here at Riverhead Raceway. Among those wins, 3 NASCAR Wheel and Modified Tour events. He is in the Flamingo Motorsports number 16 from Islip, Timmy Salamito. In the 4th starting spot, in the Salins Chevrolet out of Orchard Park, New York, Patrick Emmerling. In the 3rd starting spot, an unbelievable qualifying effort for the driver of the Goody Racing Chevrolet, the Riverhead Building Supply Bronson Speedway number 49 for Chris Young of Calverton. Starting on the outside pole, your reigning NASCAR Wheelin' Modified Tour champion in the Ken Massa Motorsports owned Phoenix Communications Incorporated Chevrolet, it's Justin Bonsignor of Holtzville. And starting from the pole, in the Mayhew Tools, Reynolds Auto Wreckers, A.J. Romano Construction, number 2 from Milford, Connecticut, that's Doug Kobe. Ladies and gentlemen, everybody stand up, and you're going to give the command to fire the engines. Ready? We're going to do a 3, 2, 1 count. You're going to say, drivers, start your engines. 3, 2, 1. Drivers, start your engines.
The command has been given to fire the engines here for the Buzz Chew Chevrolet Cadillac 200 at the Riverhead Raceway. We welcome all of you joining us on Fans Choice TV here tonight. Hope you enjoy this one. Doug Kobe and Justin Bonsignor, a common story here in 2019 on the NASCAR Wheel and Modified Tour. They will start from row number 1. Kobe has been snake bitten here for years. 16 career starts, no victories for car number 2. He's led early, he's led late, he's done everything but win at this place. A ton of second place finishes, and the guy alongside of him, Justin Bonsignor, 6 career modified tour victories here at Riverhead Raceway, a championship in the weekly series at Riverhead Raceway as well. He's your defending NASCAR Wheel and Modified Tour champion, and they will lead this field to lap number 1. Chris Young, Riverhead Building Supply, number 49. He qualified early and put up a great lap of an 11.799. That lap held on the pole until the 24th car came out. And Chris Young Jr., his first ever NASCAR Wheel and Modified Tour event, will start from position number 3. Car number 07, Patrick Emmerling. Very seldom has he seen Riverhead Raceway, but with Jan Leedy, who was never a big fan of this place, but Leedy behind the wrenches in car number 07. They've had a great year, and they look to continue to roll here at Riverhead Raceway in car number 07. They'll start from the 4th stop. The guy looking to get the monkey off his back in car number 16, Timmy Salamito. The Flamingo Motorsports number 16 will start from position number 5. Salamito, 3 career modified tour victories here. And Tom Rogers Jr., you see him, he's 6th on the raceway. He will have to drop to the rear of the field for being late to the driver's meeting. As will Sammy Rameau. Sammy Rameau. We got it right the whole life for 300. Yeah, so we just we're trying to keep it all under control.
The Buzz Chew Chevrolet Silverado pickup truck. Buzz Chew Chevrolet, 656 County Road 39 since 1985. A Pace Vehicle sponsor and staunch supporter of the racing action at Riverhead Raceway. We can't thank him enough. He's got to be busting his buttons. with grandson Michael Rakoski in his first attempt at a NASCAR wheel and modified tour event, qualifying 9th.
Yeah, he's run here at Riverhead Raceway 3 times, and he's gotten all top 10s coming here. Got used to the car.
2 8s.
Yeah, 2 8s and a 10th. So, he figured out where everything was and got used to the power of the car, and here he is. And Michael Rudkowski finds himself starting from the 7th starting spot. Had some debris on the raceway. Lights have been turned off. The pace truck heads to the infield. 200 laps on tap for the NASCAR Wheel and Modified Tour. Green flag flies. Doug Kobe in the Mayhew Tools number 2 almost takes Justin Monsignor to Applebee's on lap number 1. Kobe awful tight to start this event. Monsignor very patient on the outside. Allows Chris Young to come to the inside in car number 49. Doug Kobe, car number 2, will lead lap number 2. As the Modified Tour rolls on here at the Riverhead Raceway. Monsignor on the outside will come by Chris Young, and they'll get in line. Car number 2, Doug Kobe, race leader. Justin Monsignor, car number 51 is second. Third is car number 49, Chris Young. Fourth, car number 16, Timmy Salamito. The fifth, car number 07, Patrick Foley. Sixth, car number 5, John Beatty Jr. Car number 3, Matt Swanson goes around here on the front straightaway. Fires it back up, gets back underway. Doug Kobe no longer tight with car number 2, and he's starting to pull away.
Mayhew Tools number 2 of Doug Kobe. Showing the way over Monsignor, the 2011 NASCAR Wheel All-American Series Modified Championship. Chris Young third.
And the leaders may start to make fast work at cars here as Kobe is about a half a straightaway behind Matthew Swanson in car number 3. Swanson spun earlier. He's trying to make up some ground himself. Monsignor sits second in car number 51. Chris Young rides in third. Timmy Salamito fourth. Fifth, car number 07. Patrick Emerald.
Those of you wondering on Fans Choice TV, the 3 cars that did not qualify, 28 starts the race. 3 cars did not qualify. Melissa Mayfield, Roger Turbish, and John Baker, the 3 DNQs here at Riverhead Raceway.
Doug Kobe, car number 2, continues to lead the way. Kobe always runs well here at Riverhead Raceway. He's just never gotten the brass ring in car number 2.
You tell me every time we do the podium interview downstairs, Steve, I can't break the stranglehold of the Long Islanders here. Well,
he's off to a good start here. 12 laps, make it 13 into this event. And this is what they'll do here. They'll string out, and then some cars will start to get loose. And the handle will go away, and then you'll see the ones that conserve their tires, the ones that hit on the setup, and the ones that'll go straight to the rear. But right now, Justin Bonsignor patiently sits second with Chris Young Jr. and Timmy Salamito as Doug Kobe continues to pull away from this field. 16 laps into this event. Tommy Catalano Feeling the heat to the outside from car number 75 of Chris Pastriak, as Pastriak will pick up that spot.
I'll tell you right now, Steve, you look around the quarter-mile bull ring, and it's single file all the way around outside that move you just mentioned.
Jimmy Blewett, Kyle Elwood, Frank Vigliarolo Jr. all starting to mix it up as well. Tom Rogers Jr. on a bit of a march, as you remember. He started in the rear of the field. And Rogers right now is up to the 16th spot. So he started this event. Caution flag down here on the front straightaway.
A multi-vehicle crash. Ken Heggie, heavy damage to the Buoy 1 Seafood, number 18. The 25, Powerwood Prestige, entry of Calvin Carroll. The All States Asphalt 06 of Sammy Ramu was in there as well. Vigliarolo and Heggie going for the same piece of real estate here on the front straightaway, and Heggie ended up in the wall. That turned him around, and then everybody behind Heggie collected him, and that car is in a hurt situation.
Yeah, bad damage to the Buoy 1 Seafood number 18. J.B. Fortin also involved in car number 34. He has some rear suspension damage to that car.
Yeah, tough break for Fortin, who is among the leading rookies in the Discount Cesspool and Drain K&K Finishing Company.
Sammy Rameau, car number 06.
Field stop behind the Buzz Chief.
Red flag is out, so. Unfortunate for Heggie. Ken Heggie's out of the car.
Yeah, give Ken Heggie a round of applause, folks. Under his own power.
Car number 2, Doug Kobe, your race leader. Car number 51, Justin Bonsignor is second.
Kobe with 27 career NASCAR Wheel and Modified Tour triumphs. Bonsignor with 22.
And Bonsignor had that, what a year last year.
Yeah, 8 wins out of 16 races, right?
Yeah.
500 he hit. And, of course, he was the third announcer in the booth.
Yeah.
Here for the Iceland.
He was,
and
honestly,
did a very good job.
He was fantastic.
He was.
And we've been pretty fortunate doing the Iceland 300 here, where we've had both Justin Bonsignor in the booth and we had Eric Goodale, and both of them did an excellent job. Both of them said they were going to stay for 50 laps and ended up in victory lane with us at the end because they just had such a great time. So
yeah, no, it was a pleasure, and hopefully Justin will be in the Iceland 300 next year, but
yeah,
we'll find somebody.
We'll find somebody slumming that wants to
a
come.
few people still like us.
That want to come hang out with us. Unfortunate for J.B. Fortin as his car exits the raceway. He's basically a victim there.
Came to this event 21st in points, trailing Calvin Carroll by a point. Carroll also among those in the incident. Carroll with 154, Fortin with 153 coming to the race. 1 point behind them at 22nd. Rob Summers with 152 now. Ken Heggie, who's 16th in points coming to the event, has a hurting race car that they got to get ready for the big event coming up at the New Hampshire Speedway as part of the Monster Energy Cup Series weekend.
Which they don't leave till not this coming Wednesday, the following Wednesday.
I had them up a week.
Hopefully they can get that car back together. I know they have a new motor for it, so hopefully they're able to get the car together for New Hampshire. Double hook for Heggie.
Power Prestige number 25 of Carroll being pushed off the raceway. He's got his window net down, so I don't know if he's thinking his night's over. So the Brigani Brothers Automotive crew out of Nesconset are recovery vehicles here at Riverhead Raceway. You know, in that Heggie car, boy, you look at it now. A lot of sheet metal damage.
Well, what's good about that, there's really nothing good about it, but the Gorman brothers and Heggie are in the middle of building a new body for that. So
Well,
maybe this will expedite the process,
Oh, yeah.
unfortunately.
Yeah, sadly enough.
You know, one of the good guys in this modified game. You want to know how good he is? There's a young driver here that runs on a weekly basis, and he drives for Ken Heggie, and that's C.J. Lehman. Ken Heggie provides him with a race car, and you know Kenny and Debbie Seatek are the car owners, and they just to help the kid out because they helped him when he ran for John Visconti, and Visconti moved on to the K&N series.
And doing very well.
And they saw that the kid had no ride, and Kenny was able to put something together for him and got him here on a weekly basis at Riverhead Raceway.
Let's review your cars in the event here. Doug Kobe, your event leader over Justin Bonsignor. Chris Young is third. Timmy Salamito fourth. Patrick Emmerling fifth. John Beatty Jr. sixth. Seventh, Chris Pastriak. Tommy Catalano eighth. Ronnie Silk ninth. GB3, George Funhunsel III is 10th. John Fortin Sr. is 11th. Craig Lutz 12th. Michael Rutkowski is 13th. Woody Pitcat 14th. Blake Barney 15th. Tom Rogers Jr. from the back of the bus to 16th so far. Jimmy Blewett 17th. 18th, Kyle Elwood. Rob Summers 19th. And Frank Viglarolo Jr. is 20th. Eric Goodale, Timmy Catalano, Matt Swanson complete the cars that are still on the raceway along with Wade Cole. In the pits are Ken Heggie, J.B. Fortin, Calvin Carroll, and Sammy Rameau.
Again, we'd like to thank Buzz Chu, Chevrolet and Cadillac for always supporting Riverhead Raceway. It's been a pace car sponsor for how long?
Since 1985. But you talk about a guy that likes to race. Of course, he's got Michael Rutkowski here in the tour car. And on the Super Dirt Series, Matt Williamson is now the hired gun in the Buzz Chu Chevrolet Dirt Mod. It was Mike Mahaney up until this year. And now Matt Williamson steers the Buzz Chu Chevrolet Cadillac Dirt Mod on the Super Dirt Series and other big dollar events. Those of you that had your DVR set to NBC Sportsnet for the Daytona event, you got to wait till 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Rain has postponed the Monster Energy Cup Series at Daytona till 1 p.m. tomorrow.
Which is great because now Freddie Kraft has gotten all his friends gathered.
And now they are no longer drinking Pepsi or Coca-Cola.
And they're going to watch this race on Fans Choice TV. So, Cars have been fired back up. We've gone back to yellow. Wade Cole is going back around because he was blocked. So Cole is on the same lap. Sammy Ramo headed to the pits. Frank Vigliarulo Jr. headed to the pits in car number 36. Sammy Ramo in the pits. Frank Vigliarulo Jr. to pull up alongside the Buzz Chew Chevrolet Pace truck and head to the pit area in car number 36. "22 laps down. Field has been doubled back up. Lights have been turned off. Caution lights, that is. Pace truck will hit the infield, and we're going to have back at it in the East-West Marine Go Zone. Kobe Bonsignor. We are green. Here comes Bonsignor. Justin Bonsignor in car number 51 to the outside. He brings Timmy Salamito with him. Caution flag down. Car number 88, Michael Rutkowski with a problem. He was in the wall in turn 2. What a restart for Bonsignor in car number 51.
But it'll be for naught. Oh, actually, you're right.
Every lap counts, so they do not go back to the previous lap. But now, actually they're saying the 2 to the lead. Bonsignor to second. Yeah, they'll put them back because they never completed that lap. They went green and wrecked in turn 2. So
Rutkowski, fine day that he has turned in so far, has taken a turn for the worse as the Briganti Brothers Automotive record backs up to the Buzz Chew Chevrolet Cadillac, number 88. And some fits and starts now to the Buzz Chew Chevrolet Cadillac 200.
Only 28 laps into this event. 29.
Now we get the
And J.B. Fortin will be held one lap on the infield.
pass the pace truck uninstructed is what we're getting from race control. So,
Sammy Ramo back to the pits.
yeah, they have a bunch of stuff going on there with the All States Asphalt 06 out of Westminster, Massachusetts. So sorting things out with NASCAR Whelen Modified Tour officials next door to us here as we get ready to attempt to resume the Buzz Chew Chevrolet Cadillac 200 up against the elements here tonight.
Ken Bonsignor. Well, Kobe
He's
elects the top.
The outside.
Yep. Kobe elects to go to the outside on this restart. Bonsignor had such a good jump on that last restart. Perhaps Kobe going to school on that.
Yes, he's going to get fooled twice on that deal.
Right. Doug Kobe now your race leader on the outside of row number 1 of the East-West Marine Co-Zone. And Bonsignor gets loose. Here comes Kobe. Kobe bringing Salamito with him on the outside. Salamito to the outside of Justin Bonsignor. Bonsignor with a good run out of turn number 4. Salamito on the high side of the raceway. Comes to position number 2.
Is home cooking. What the Sanderson-McLeod number 16 of Timmy Salamito needs. A 20-time career winner here. Oh, and Catalano all by himself goes around in turn 2. So last year's Rookie of the Year,
Tommy Catalano went around in turn number 1 and 2.
Buzz Chew Chevrolet Silverado pickup truck getting a workout here today. Timmy Salamito, 12th coming to this event in the NASCAR Whelen Modified Tour standings. A 20-time career event winner here at Riverhead Raceway. Got his first ride with Dave and Cindy Brigatti in NASCAR Modifieds here at Riverhead Raceway. Left rear flat tire for Showtime Jimmy Blewett on the Gershaw Recycling number 21. Left rear flat tire. Believe Field being reset by NASCAR Scoring and Timing. J.B. Fortin has tucked in behind the Chevrolet Silverado pace truck. Tells me he's eligible for a lucky dog here. Blewett ducks the Gershaw Recycling number 21 to pit road. Left rear flat tire, so the Joe Bertuccio-owned team will go to work and try to get multi-time Wall Stadium champion back out in the event. Recapping the top 10, Doug Kobe now leads Timmy Salamito, the natural. Justin Bonsignor third. John Beatty Jr., Chris Young, couple of Riverhead Raceway NASCAR Wheel and All-American Series regulars running fourth and fifth. George Brunhutzel the third to sixth. Patrick Emmerling seventh. Woody Pitcat eighth. Ron Silk ninth. And Craig Lutz is 10th. Tommy Rogers has made progress and been aided by caution flags by Osley to come to 11th in car number 9. Kyle Elwood 12th.
46 laps down. Good restart for Kobe. Salamito and Kobe make contact. Here comes John Beatty Jr. Beatty in car number 5. On the outside, the man on the march is in car number 1. George Brunhutzel the third. GB3 to the outside of Bonsignor. Bonsignor, though, back to the inside of Beatty. And Justin Bonsignor in car number 51. Will come back to position number 3 and bring Bonsignor to third. And here comes Brunhutzel. Brunhutzel in car number 1. Lutz being sent up the hill with Ronnie Silk further back in the pack.
Tell you what, talking about Salamito, Bonsignor, Brunhutzel, solidly entrenched in the top 5. It sounds like an old Eastern Kart Racing Association event here with Bill Denniston running the show in the pit area.
2 laps. Making 52 laps for car number 2. Doug Kobe, your race leader.
Look who's on the march.
Car number 51, Justin Bonsignor is third. John Beatty Jr. is fourth. Fifth, GB3. George Brunhutzel the third. Sixth, Chris Young with a great run. Seventh, car number 07, Patrick Emmerling. Eighth, car number 9, Tom Rogers Jr. Ninth, car number 85. 10th, car number 46, Craig Lutz. Lutz has slowly worked his way through this field. He started from the 15th starting spot. He's up to 10th.
Obi, the Mayhew Tools, number 2, starting to get away.
He's starting to flex his muscles here on lap number 57.
Can he finally break the stranglehold of the Long Island gang on Victory Lane here at Riverhead Raceway?
Still got a long way to go.
Oh, baby.
Timmy Salamito, car number 16, runs second. Third is Justin Bonsignor. Bonsignor looks like he's starting to get in his groove here in car number 51. John Beatty Jr., car number 5, though, looking to the inside of Bonsignor. The problem with Beatty, he's not used to running a 200-lap race. So does John Beatty wear his car out early here, car number 5, trying to get by guys like Justin Bonsignor, Timmy Salamito, and so on.
Well, I'm going to say he's run enough of these modified tour events here at Riverhead Raceway to say no.
Let's hope that he just hangs around here and he has something for him at the end.
How about Chris Young, solidly entrenched In position number 6, the Goody Racing, Riverhead Building Supply, Bronson Speedway. Kick off the speed weeks, number 49.
Doug Kobe, car number 2. Really starting to pull away from Salamito.
We are 37 away from lap 100, which would make this an official race.
Bonsignor in car number 51 and the 5 of John Beatty Jr. are starting to reel in Salamito.
Is Timmy starting to back down a little bit and save some stuff?
He may be, because he's got a pretty good car here early on, as we've seen, especially on the outside. So perhaps Salamito just riding around here at lap 65 and saving some stuff for the end.
Behind Young in 6th, Emerling in 7th, Tom Rogers Jr. to 8th, Ronnie Silk 9th, Craig Lutz 10th, Kyle Elwood 11th, Chris Pastriak 12th, 13th, Woody Pitcat, Matt Swanson 14th, John Fortin Sr. 15th.
Rogers with a move to the inside of Emerling, and Tom Rogers Jr. now bumped up to position number 7.
A 53-time career Whelen All-American Series modified winner here at Riverhead Raceway, just 10 behind the all-time leader. Driver in that category, none other than the late great Sergeant Charlie Joseph, who had 63 modified wins here at Route 58 Oval.
To the inside, that opened the door for car number 85, Ronnie Silk. Silk and Emerling having at it here for position number 8.
Salamito seems to be winding up the wick a little bit again.
Or is Kobe slowing down?
Well, maybe Kobe at the urging of his crew chief, Phil Moran, via the spotter, so they backed it down a little bit.
In the last 2 laps, Timmy Salamito has gained about a half a second on Doug Kobe. And he's getting closer.
Bonsignor, Beatty lapping Wade Cole. What can you say about the dedication and spirit of one Wade Cole? He'll be here, he'll be in New Hampshire, he'll be wherever they run the NASCAR Whelen Modified Tour.
Exactly.
One of the graduates of the famed Riverside Park Speedway in Agawam, Massachusetts.
Salamito within 3/10 of Doug Kobe now. He's on the rear bumper. And it might be Salamito, because he's pulled away from the 51 of Bonsignor and the 5 of Beatty. Salamito to the inside of Kobe.
He got into him. Sent him around. Caution flag out. I don't know if Salamito's closing rate or Kobe chopped down. Contact. Kobe goes around to Mayhew Tools number 2, and he's probably not going to invite Timmy Salamito to the Mayhew Tools Christmas party.
I would say not. Salamito got in there, but he got there quick. So I don't know if he... John Fortin Sr., car number 84, with a problem. He's got a tire rubbing on a Nerf bar.
Yeah.
Looks like someone just ran over the door.
And the right side Nerf bar, rub rail, whatever you'd like to call it, is into the right rear tire of the Johns Fuel Oil Chevrolet.
Car number 16, Timmy Salamito.
And
Zoom the race lead.
Justin Bonsignor second. It has been these two drivers over the past 2 seasons who have swept the races. Bonsignor last year, Salamito in 17.
And if you look at the top 6 drivers, all have history here with Riverhead Raceway.
Indeed.
Timmy Salamito started his career here in the go-karts, worked his way up, ran Charger cars, then modifieds and legend race cars. Bonsignor, also from the go-karts
To Chargers.
to a family-owned modified.
Right. And then got the attention of one Ken Massa. And the rest, as they say,
Is history.
is history.
John Beatty Jr., a regular competitor here,
Go-kart graduate from back in the day with his pop, John Beatty Sr.
went to Legend Cars, won a Legend Championship.
Mark Mina, MSM Elite. Last 2 seasons, spearheading the rebirth of John Beatty's NASCAR modified career.
And it all happened because Mark Mina came here as a fan on a Saturday night
I like the way the car
and
looked.
liked the way the car looked. Just loved the way John had the car, how beautiful it looked, and he went into pits to meet him, and they've been together ever since.
George Brunhutzel III, Eddie Harvey Racing, Dunlevy Truck and Trailer, number 1. Chris Young, as his mom Ann, owner of Bronson Speedway, likes to say, 2 crew members, his sister Lee, and a bag of potato chips. Well, they're running 5th right now in the Riverhead Building Supply Contract Farmer Cal number 49.
And to touch on the George Brunhutzel. Brunhutzel, his family has so much history in Long Island racing.
Goes on.
He and his dad went down south many moons ago to market and sell the Brunhutzel Jack. And they kept racing down there. And Georgie's first career win was here at Riverhead Raceway in a modified. Purple and yellow, number 28. And he went down there, he won 4 NASCAR Whelen Southern Modified Tour Championships. And when Burt Myers was unable to drive this car, Eddie Harvey tapped on the shoulder of George Brunhutzel III. They've had history together.
Yeah, but yes, indeed they have.
They've won some championships. And they now are back together here as he's filling in for Burt Myers.
Myers, not so much filling in, but Myers is so committed to the Bowman Gray Stadium and their NASCAR Wheel and All-American Series modifieds every Saturday night. There's supposed to be an announcement coming this week about who's going to drive that car in New Hampshire.
Bonsignor to the inside, Salamito to the outside. Good restart for Timmy Salamito. He gets down right in front of Bonsignor. Bonsignor with a good run out of turn number 2. Here comes the 1 car. He's getting a push from car number 9, Tom Rogers Jr. Beatty on the inside, Brunhutzel on the outside. GB3, George Brunhutzel III, marching his way to the front at his old stomping grounds. He's come to 3rd. George Brunhutzel III to 3rd, and here comes Tom Rogers Jr., who started around 27th. And Rogers, in car number 9, on lap number 90, has come to 4th for the lead. Salamito feeling the heat from car number 51 of Justin Bonsignor. Bonsignor all over the back bumper. Salamito pulls away. Bonsignor trying to set him up high and drive off the bottom low. Salamito holds his line in car number 16. Great race between 2 old buddies. Problems for Matt Swanson, car number 3. As he heads to the infield. Caution comes out. It's car number 54. Tommy Catalano goes around.
Yeah, another spin for Catalano. Did not see what happened to him. Swanson turned number 4 moments ago. 3 wide, contact with the right front wheel on the number 3 as Swanson looks as though it might be in the need of some repair. The SYV Industries Bowler family, Old Blue, car number 3. That's the car that Wayne Anderson won the 1994 NASCAR Wheel and Modified Tour Championship for. Actually went to that award ceremony, and let me tell you something. Lenny Bowler, God rest his soul, threw a heck of a party, and I just didn't see that coming from Lenny because he was such a quiet guy.
Yeah, always quiet.
Afterwards, oh my God.
Frank Figliarolo Jr., car number 36 to the pits, right front flat tire.
He'll come to the attention of the David Sapienza Racing crew. Well, you look, though, Steve Halpin, at the top 4, B.D. Young in 6th and 7th, and you just hinker back to the go-kart days here at Riverhead Raceway. Eastern Kart Racing Association here at Riverhead Raceway. Many people ran that program. Perhaps none more passionate than Bill Denniston. Dave and Sidney Brigatti took over thereafter. And in later years, John Elwood. And just because of town restrictions, it's gone by the wayside. That's for no other reason but than town restrictions.
And the one person who's always stayed constant with the go-karts, Linda Salamito.
Absolutely. But it was...
No matter who had it.
Yeah, no.
Linda Salamito
100%.
was always 100% involved. Timmy Salamito, your race leader. Justin Bonsignor on the inside. Salamito chooses the outside. Bonsignor. And Salamito out of turn number 2. Salamito with a big run. Salamito comes to the lead. Caution flag down. The Fortons involved here on the front straightaway. J.B. Fortin, John Fortin Sr., and Timmy Catalano. J.B. Fortin pulling away.
He's either got some left front suspension damage or if it's got to be some damage, because if it was a flat, he'd try to continue on. He can't. Boy, a nightmarish return to the track where he's authored his only Whelen All-American Series NASCAR modified win for J.B. Fortin.
Yeah, it's been a rough one.
As the Brigani Brothers Automotive Wreckers out of Wisconsin once again go to work. Field sits idle behind the Buzz Chew Chevrolet Pace truck in turn number 4.
.102 laps down, red flag on the raceway so they can do the cleanup and get these two cars apart.
Hey, Steve, we'd be remiss if we didn't thank each and every one of the spectators who came out here tonight to Riverhead Raceway. And if you came from afar, be it New England, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, given the weather forecast that you heard all week long, we thank you, because it was a roll of the dice on everybody's part. Track owners, NASCAR Wheel and Modified Tour, and of course, you, the spectators, and the competitors but the spectators who spend their hard-earned money at the ticket booth to see the great wheel-to-wheel racing action of the NASCAR Wheel and Modified Tour, no matter where it races, be it here or the 1 mile Magic Mile at New Hampshire Speedway, where they'll run next in a couple of weekends. Thank you for persevering and joining us here tonight at Riverhead Raceway. We very much appreciate your loyalty and support. So the Brigandy Brothers Automotive Wreckers let's review, while under red, the running order. Again, Timmy Salamito, the Eric Sanderson owned, Sanderson McLeod, number 16, Justin Bonsignor, Ken Massa owned, Phoenix Communications Incorporated, number 51, runs second, Tom Rogers Jr., SGS Stoneworks, number 9, sitting third, George Brunhutzel the third, Dunleavy's Truck and Trailer, number 1, sitting fourth. Fifth, Ron Silk, the Stewart's Automotive, number 85. MSM Elite Motorsports, number 5 of John Beatty, sits sixth. Silk, of course, in the 85. John Beatty Jr. is running sixth. Seventh, Chris Young. In the Riverhead Building Supply, number 49. Kyle Elwood to eighth. In the Performance Engineering, number 38. Patrick Emerling running ninth. The Jan Leedy prepared, number 07. Craig Lutz, Riverhead Building Supply, number 46. Complete your top 10.
11th, car number 75, Chris Pastriak. 12th, the 58 of Eric Goodell. Up to 13th in car number 2 is Doug Kobe, trying to march his way back to the front. 14th, car number 82, Woody Pitcat. 15th, car number 14, Blake Barney. 16th, car number 54, Tommy Catalano. 17th, car number 36, Frank Vigliarolo Jr. 18th, car number 21, Jimmy Blewett. 19th, car number 33, Wade Cole. And 20th, right now, off the raceway, car number 45 of Timmy Catalano.
Well, he'll be... John Fortin's got some right rear suspension damage. The right rear wheel is just traveling freely. Catalano needed just a push. He's got a left front flat minimally on that car. As we remain under caution. Of course, the NASCAR Wheel and Modified Tour began running in 1985, and back then here at Riverhead Raceway, then owners and promoters Barbara and Jim Cromedy, with 3 events a season, all on Wednesday nights. That first year, Jimmy Spencer, Mr. Excitement, won the first 2. And the Rapid Roman NASCAR Hall of Famer Richie Evans would win the 3rd.
Caution flag back out. While we're at it here, how about a tip of the cap to the driver in car number 38?
Yeah.
He's actually, if I'm hearing correctly, he's about to go ahead of the 49, Chris Young Jr. But Kyle Elwood started this event from the 18th starting position, and he has made his way to position number 8. So a great run for Elwood in the Wade Cole-owned number 38.
Boy, that is, not only is Wade Cole a mainstay competitor here on the NASCAR Modified Tour, he's a heck of a nice guy, too. Just got behind the Horton Avenue Materials, number 82, of Woody Pitcat, and gave him a push to restart him.
Michael Rudkowski back out on the raceway, car number 88.
This is basically, for Rutkowski, part of the education process.
Yeah.
I mean, you're so many laps down. You're 50 laps in the rears at least. But it's not about that. It's not running for points, not running for Rookie of the Year. It's about logging laps. Last year's Crate Modified champion here at Riverhead Raceway, as we documented earlier, going to log laps in the East-West Marine Supply, number 88. Vic Larolo giving back the lap he gained on the field. Former two-time Riverhead Raceway NASCAR Modified champion and the 13-time career feature event winner here at the track. Now calls the Boynton Beach area in Florida home. Subbing for Dave Sapienza, he of the injured back. From the Wall Stadium event, Sap will team with Tinio Racing and driver Bobby Santos at New Hampshire.
Green flag back out. 108 laps down. Bonsignor with a bit of a body slam to the 16 of Timmy Salamito. He rides him up the hill.
The Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah, pretty much. Salamito, though, hanging in there on the outside. He sends it in a ton. Oh, they make contact that time. Around goes Rogers. Rogers gets back underway in car number 9. Bonsignor's your new race leader. Timmy Salamito is second. Third is car number 1, and George Brunhutzel the third. John Beatty Jr. is fourth. Ronnie Silk to fifth. Kyle Elwood has come to sixth.
Justin Bonsignor, looking for his 15th career Riverhead Raceway win.
Bonsignor, thus far, first time of the event, he takes the lead. Timmy Salamito. Bonsignor leads the way. Salamito now starting to come to the back bumper once again. George Brunhutzel III sits and watches. John Beatty Jr. having a great run fourth. Ronnie Silk is fifth. What a ride for Kyle Elwood as he runs sixth. Patrick Emmerling is seventh. Back to eighth is Doug Kobe. Ninth, Craig Lutz, and 10th, Chris Pastriak.
Well, when you watch the effort of the Mayhew Tools, number 8 at Kobe, in 8th, these are, number 2, excuse me, these are the kind of races that championships are won on.
The problem is the guy he's chasing is leading the race. So Kobe has to make up as many spots as he can. Try not to wear that car out. Bonsignor and Salamito now starting to come through lap traffic. Craig Lutz to the inside of Doug Kobe. Lutz and Kobe, side by side. Kobe will pull away. Leaders to the back bumper, J.B. Fortin. He pulls down right in front of Bonsignor. Chris Young up out of the way to let the leaders go. Justin Bonsignor with a full mirror of Timmy Salamito. Salamito right back on the rear bumper. Salamito's better in the middle of the corner. Bonsignor has much more drive off in car number 51. So where Salamito can get to him, Bonsignor is able to pull away. George Brunhutzel III now feeling some pressure from John Beatty Jr. as Beatty has caught the one car. And John Beatty Jr. now looking to the inside of George Brunhutzel III. Car number 85, Ron Silk, runs a comfortable fifth. Kyle Elwood is sixth. Elwood could have the ride of the race right now if he can continue to go forward.
Beating to the inside of Brunhutzel for third through 3 and 4, but Brunhutzel gets the run up off the corner in turn number 4. Beatty will have to tuck back into fourth. Ronnie Silk is closing in from position number 5.
Bonsignor again, about a 2-car length advantage over Timmy Salamita. They've pulled away from the third place car of George Brunhutzel III. The battle on the raceway is from 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th. Kyle Elwood runs 6th, Patrick Emmerling is 7th. Here comes Doug Kobe and Craig Lutz. Elwood doing a great job running 6th here.
Beatty to the inside of Brunhutzel. They're even going to 1. Sends him up to Applebee's a little bit. John Beatty Jr.
Salamito back to the bumper of Bonsignor for the lead. Salamito has used lap traffic in car number 16 to get to the rear bumper of car number 51 as they lap Michael Rakowski. Beatty has come to third. Silk is right there as he runs 5th. Justin Bonsignor leads the way. Timmy Salamito is second. They lap Frank Vigliarolo Jr. in car number 36. The leaders slicing through lap traffic. 137, making 138 laps this time by. Bonsignor and Salamito approach Jimmy Blewett. Tommy Catalano and Woody Pitcat.
Emmerling into the back of Elwood, and Elwood goes around up to turn number 2. So the 38 of Kyle Elwood goes around. Not very happy with Orchard Park, New York's Patrick Emmerling. Chris Young seems to have some smoke pouring off the right front at times on that car. I don't know if he's got a brake line hose.
No, the right front suspension.
Yeah, it's gone.
What a shame for Kyle Elwood. He had come from 18th to 6th in Wade Cole's number 38. What a ride he had. Then some slight contact between he and Emmerling, and Elwood went around out of turn number 2. I'll tell you what, this lap traffic has been fun as Salamito and Bonsignor are working this thing.
I don't think there was in all my years of watching racing, which goes back to 1971 at Isom Speedway, I don't think there was a better master at using lap traffic as a pick than the aforementioned moments ago, Rapid Roman Richie Evans. He just knew how to use a lap car as a pick and take the lead from a race leader. Richie authored 20 wins here on Long Island. Just 1 here at Riverhead Raceway, 2 at Freeport Stadium, and 17 at the world-famous Islip Speedway. Chris Young could barely get that car off the raceway but he will. And you know what? Let's not let this ending ruin the storybook afternoon for the team that has 2 crew members, his sister Leah, and a bag of potato chips. Chris Young. So Justin Bonsignor, and I stand corrected, I said earlier he's looking for his 15th career Riverhead Raceway win. It would be his 14th. Right now, he and Frank Viglarolo tied the 29th on the all-time win list with 13 here at Riverhead Raceway, which does include his 6 tour wins. He has 7 Wheeling All-American Series triumphs here. Timmy Solomito, 18th on the all-time win list, tied with Howie Brody with 20.
And he has 3 tour wins, 17 on a weekly basis. So now Bonsignor chooses the outside here. 55 laps to go in the Buzz Chew 200. East-West Marine Go Zone is where they'll have at it. Good restart for Solomito this time. He's sideways getting into turn number 1. Here comes Beatty. But Bonsignor to the back bumper of new race leader Timmy Solomito. Here comes John Beatty Jr. Beatty in car number 5 will come to second. Bonsignor, though, pedaling on the outside, looks to take the spot back. John Beatty Jr. to the inside of Justin Bonsignor. He's looking to the inside of Solomito. Beatty to the inside. John Beatty Jr., car number 5, a regular here at the Riverhead Raceway, to the inside of Timmy Solomito. What a ride for Beatty. Beatty looks to come to the lead. His car owner's going nuts on the front stretch. John Beatty Jr. scored as your leader on lap number 150. Beatty to the lead. Bonsignor to the inside of Solomito. He'll try to come back to second. Timmy Solomito is third.
You have to go back to June of 1995 when Eddie Brunhutzel Jr. in the Pete's Towing number 8X won as a Riverhead Raceway regular. That's the last time a Riverhead Raceway regular has won a tour race. But I don't think Justin Bonsignor is done yet. Goes in high, arches off low, off the corner. Down the back straightaway, nose to tail they go. Beatty, Bonsignor, Solomito third, Kobe to fifth. Kobe to fifth. Bonsignor to the inside of Beatty. Nerf bars clanging off 4. Wheel to wheel, styling and profiling. Beatty will get the bite on the outside and remain the race leader.
John Beatty Jr., car number 5, pulls about a car length advantage over Justin Bonsignor. But the plan for Bonsignor now be let Beatty drive away and wear out car number 5.
Well, you said this earlier about Beatty, but it's 156 laps, 44 to glory for John Beatty Jr. Can he become the first Riverhead Raceway regular in 24 years to win a NASCAR Wheel and Modified Tour event at Riverhead Raceway?
Bonsignor starting to look a little tight in the middle of turns 1 and 2. He's trying to hustle that car through the corner as Solomito sits third.
Remember, from about lap 175 out, everybody starts skating around on worn-out tires. Beatty, is he going too fast here?
That's what I'm wondering. He's running about 12.2s right now. That's not terrible.
12.232.
It's great. It's great for the pace of this race right now.
12.217, so he turns it up. But Bonsignor, did Bonsignor drop back to cool things off a little bit?
39 to go for John Beatty Jr. in car number 5. The MSM Elite Motorsports. Number 5. Setting the pace. Looking for the Cinderella story here. In the Buzz Chew 200. What a move by Beatty as Bonsignor and Solomito concern themselves with one another. Beatty was able to sneak by the both of them.
Well, he played it perfectly, Steve. For a guy that's not a regular on the tour, he's running a quintessential tour race here today at Riverhead Raceway.
And I did say earlier, is Beatty just laying back now? Because he had gotten to third. Actually, he was gotten to fourth, and then he just kind of hung out there for a while.
I'm going to tell you, I like the look of that Phoenix Communications number 51, though, of Justin Bonsignor. I think it's going to be Beatty and Bonsignor to decide it.
It's an old Riverhead Raceway Saturday night feature right now. 35 laps remain. Make it 34. But Bonsignor, one of those drivers that never wants to be denied, and he's starting to send it in a ton to try and catch John Beatty Jr.
Beatty's got to work this lap driving. He's got to tiptoe through the tulips.
Right, it's not like they're going to race to stay on the lead lap. They're not going to really move over too easily for him.
Gets around Rameau. Elwood makes a left off turn 2. So Wayne O'Kula probably telling Elwood on the radio, Beatty's coming, and Elwood just off the mark now. And now Beatty has some breathing room.
And he's got 30 laps this time by in car number 5.
But a 2-car length advantage is starting to dwindle with Justin Bonsignor.
I don't know, Bobby. It looks like he's starting to pull back away in car number 5.
Last lap 12.272 to 12.302. This lap 12.237 to 12.335. Beatty Bonsignor, that's the split.
Bonsignor about 0.6 of a second back. Last lap.
218 to 263.
John Beatty Jr. 0.6 of a second. Oh, we're going to get a caution.
Not of the caution that John Beatty Jr. wanted to see. George Brunhutzel III with an issue in turn 4, went up the hill, and
John Beatty Jr. on lap 150 got to the inside of Timmy Salamito and was able to come to the lead. What Beatty did, Timmy Salamito and Justin Bonsignor were concerned with one another. Beatty said, you guys are going to beat each other up. I'm going to go under you. And John Beatty Jr., a regular here at the Riverhead Raceway, has come to the lead. It's been 25 years since a Riverhead Raceway regular was able to capture an NASCAR Wheel and Modified Tour event. Does Beatty have enough?
well, this restart is the restart of John Beatty's racing career. Bonsignor has won. Bonsignor trying to trim some points off Doug Kobe's lead in the championship standings.
And at that point, go ahead.
31-point advantage for Kobe coming to this 200-lap tilt tonight.
At that point, before the caution, Beatty had gone in 3 laps. He was gaining about a 1/10 a lap, pulling away from Bonsignor.
But the restart is the great equalizer. Beatty chooses the outside groove. Bonsignor to the inside. Will he send Beatty for curbside service?
It'll be 180 laps down this time by 20 to go. Curbside service for John Beatty Jr. He's hanging tough on the outside. Bonsignor on the inside. Good side-by-side battle. Beatty still digging on the top.
It's another short track classic here at Riverhead Raceway. The top four run under a blanket off turn number 4.
John Beatty Jr. sends it in a ton. Him and Bonsignor make contact. Here comes Beatty. Beatty back to the outside to the lead. 18 to go.
Bonsignor bobbled off turn 2, and that gave Beatty the momentum on the outside. Salamito third, Silk fourth, Craig Lutz to 5th.
17, making 16 laps remain this time by for John Beatty Jr. And he's starting to pull away from Bonsignor.
Yeah, Bonsignor's car is starting to slip slide away a little bit.
It's a heat race for Beatty. 185, 15 remain. John Beatty Jr. in the MSM Elite Motorsports number 5 is starting to pull away from Justin Bonsignor and Timmy Salamito.
Robert Yates motor under the hood.
What a ride for Beatty. He and Bonsignor earlier on made contact. Bonsignor's right front into Beatty's nerve bar, and that could have upset the 51 car. And at this point, John Beatty Jr. doesn't care as he continues to drive away. To go this time by for Beatty.
10 laps away from becoming the first driver in 24 years. Oh, he slips a little bit off 4 as he's burning up that right rear tire. He's got about a 10-car length cushion in that MSM Elite Sound Studio Motorsports. Number 5, John Beatty Jr. I saw him before the show. I said, "You going to run Wednesday night?" He goes, "I'll see how I come out of here tonight."
Right now, he's looking pretty good. 192 laps down, 8 remain for John Beatty Jr., but he's starting to approach lap traffic.
Heavy lap traffic. Lap traffic a go-go awaits your race leader, John Beatty Jr. Unbelievable. Always knew the young man had it in him. Legend race car champion, some modified success. He's won 6 career feature events here at Riverhead Raceway. And actually, this lap traffic could actually be Beatty's friend.
5 to go this time by.
5 to go, a mile and a quarter for John Beatty Jr. The Mark Mina-owned MSM Elite Motorsports number 5, wheeling dealing off turn number 4. And we are going to have an overtime finish.
Not what John Beatty Jr. wanted to see.
Yeah, the gloves are going to come off on this next restart.
Caution flag down for car number 14, Blake Barney, as he went into the wall on the backstretch. Also involved, Michael Rukowski in car number 88. This will be a dandy.
Well, it's already been a short track classic. That last joust for the lead between Beatty and Bonsignor.
And if I'm John Beatty Jr., I'm on the bottom of the raceway here because you don't want to give Justin Bonsignor the opportunity to run you up the racetrack.
And listen, all
choose the bottom.
All bets are off. You got to choose the bottom, I think.
And the car's good everywhere.
You're the control car.
Choose the bottom. If you give Bonsignor the opportunity to get inside of you, he's going to use you up, but he's going to come home and win this thing.
And that's not a criticism.
No, not at all.
Because anybody in this field would do the same thing.
Absolutely. So if I'm John Beatty, I'm on the bottom. But he'll make his choice.
He will. So the Buzz Chew Chevrolet Cadillac 200, another short track classic for the NASCAR Whelen Modified Tour here at Riverhead Raceway. And we get to do it again in September.
John Beatty Jr., the MSM Elite Motorsports, number 5, your race leader, car number 51, the Phoenix Communications. Ken Massa number 51. Justin Bonsignor sits second. He is salivating for this restart. Bonsignor had lost touch with Beatty, and all he was hoping for was one more chance, and he's going to get it here. Timmy Salamito having a great run in car number 16 as he sits third. And listen, anything can happen here. Salamito's not out of this, nor is Ronnie Silk in fourth.
You're Salamito. You really are in the catbird seat here, because if the two of them, Beatty, Bonsignor, no matter who takes inside, outside, get together, go up the hill, hard left, glory.
Go underneath. What a finish it's going to be. John Beatty Jr., your race leader. Justin Bonsignor second. Third is Timmy Salamito. Fourth, Ronnie Silk. And fifth, Craig Lutz.
Doug Kobe, 6th. Patrick Emmerling, 7th. Eric Goodell, 8th. Tom Rogers Jr. has roared back to 9th. And Jimmy Blewett is 10th.
11th is Tommy Catalano in car number 54. 12th, car number 82, Woody Pitcat. 13th, car number 75, Chris Pastriak. 14th, car number 36, Frank Vigliarolo Jr. And 15th, car number 1, George Brunhutzel III.
Brunhutzel in line for the lucky dog here. Kyle Elwood 16th, Wade Cole 17th, Blake Barney being shown 18th for the moment. Matt Swanson, J.B. Fortin round out your top 20. Well, I hope those Nerf bars are bolted up good. I hope the drivers tighten up the belts a little bit. Lights are still on. Chevrolet Silverado pace truck from Buzz Chew Chevrolet Cadillac.
Hide the champagne, hide the beer. John Kraft is here as he walks down the front straightaway. 204 laps in the books. We're going to go to overtime. John Beatty Jr., car number 5, your race leader. He had him covered, folks. And Blake Barney with a wreck on the backstretch. Caution flag comes out with 2 to go. And now Beatty will have to hold off Justin Bonsignor, Timmy Salamito, and Ronnie Silk.
And don't count out Craig Lutz in 5th.
Hey, Kobe 6th. What a race this has been once they got going. It was tough getting started here tonight. But he's elected the outside. I don't know if I agree with that.
I don't know about this one.
Unless he feels that confident with the bite he's got in car number 5 on the top. The lights are off on the pace truck. We're going to figure it out right here. It's going to be a green-white checkered finish. Bonsignor to the inside. Car number 5, John Beatty Jr. to the outside. They head to turn number 1. Bonsignor up the hill. Here comes Salamito to the inside. Beatty powers on the outside. Beatty sends it in. Bonsignor up the hill again. White flag down. They're side by side. Beatty running them down in the infield. Beatty pedals it on the top. Here comes John Beatty Jr. Beatty to the outside. Bonsignor sends it into the inside. They make contact. It's Bonsignor across the line backwards.
If you're not here for the NASCAR Whelen Modified Tour event in September, I don't know what else you need to know.
Shame on you. What a finish. Justin Bonsignor happily went around and backwards into the fence, and I'm sure it doesn't bother him. He and John Beatty Jr. with a spirited finish. Still don't know if I agree with Beatty going on the outside for that one. How about it, folks? Let these NASCAR Wheel and Modified Tour drivers hear it. What a race. Justin Bonsignor, your race winner. John Beatty Jr. comes home second. Timmy Salamito third. Unbelievable race. That caution John Beatty Jr. did not want. Bonsignor stops in turn 2. All the fans that supported him here for years. And as Justin Bonsignor pulls into victory lane, let's go downstairs to Bob Fine. Bobby.
So, folks, if you don't like that, I don't care who you were rooting for. If you don't like the end of that race, I don't know what else to tell you. Unbelievable. I know John Beatty Jr. probably not thrilled to death right now, but they knew he was here. Inches away from his first career NASCAR Wheel and Modified Tour win. And of course, we have the NASCAR protocol right now. Kyle Souza here. And we'll get all the NASCAR goodies. Just waiting for NASCAR to get everything in place. His 7th career Riverhead Raceway NASCAR Wheel and Modified Tour win breaks the tie. Says 4 more to me to tie Mighty Mike Ioannisco. And there's no doubt that he might get there. We're waiting for the NASCAR okay to get everybody out of the car. We'll get Justin out of the car and get everybody to celebrating with Justin around the car. Getting out of the car now, Lynette, come on in. Justin Bonds, he's exhausted. Justin Bonsignor, Lynette of Buzz Chew Chevrolet Cadillac.
Great choice, Justin. Whoop. Feels a little better, right? On behalf of Buzz Chew Chevrolet Cadillac in Southampton, we'd like to present you with this trophy. Congratulations on your win.
All right, well, let's get some real. Lynette, get in here, get a real quick shot there. All right, young man. Congratulations. 7th career Riverhead Raceway Modified Tour win. You break the tie with Mighty Mike Stefanik for second on the all-time win list. But as the commercial used to say, you had to earn every bit of it. John Beatty Jr. trying to do something that nobody's done here in 24 years and be a Riverhead Raceway regular to win a tour race. Walk us through that last restart. Were you shocked he took the outside after what you were able to do to him on the restart prior?
Yeah, I really didn't think he would do that, and he didn't get a great start, and we were even down into one, and they've just made the top the only groove you can run here and pass anybody, and I hate what I had to do there, but I've lost a ton of races that way, and unfortunately that's what I had to do tonight. I hate it, good friends with John, but still to come and win 3 in a row here at home. We weren't very good the last 50 laps. Once Timmy got by me on that last restart and then John went with him, I was done. I was too tight and I just burned the tires off. But can't thank everybody enough. Ryan Stoneborough, another great car. Phoenix Communications, Fury Race Cars, David Lewis from Robert Yates Racing Engines, all our contingency sponsors, our whole crew dealing with the heat all day. Learned a lot up there in the booth with you a few weeks ago.
Sure did. Curbside service?
Yeah, they said nobody heard us on the loudspeaker. But
Oh, no, I don't know about that.
we'll keep that joke between us. But, yeah, I mean, it's cool to get another win here, get one step closer to Mike, break a tie with Stefanik, which is awesome. Hopefully I got a lot of years left in me to keep getting some wins with great cars that Ryan brings. But it's hard to celebrate when you have to win it like that. But, we're here to win.
Justin Bonsignor, winner of the Buzz Chew Chevrolet Cadillac 200. Okay. That's Justin's story. Let me come on down here and get the rest of the story. Well, he kind of said he hated to do what he had to do to win, but he was also kind of shocked that after the restart before the overtime that you went back to the outside. Walk us through that.
Well, I was damned if I did, damned if I didn't on the inside or the outside. I thought I made the right decision being on the outside. We had a really good car tonight, really strong. Like I said, I just can't thank everybody enough in the pits, all my help, all the guys behind me, my family, all the support I got. It's just great racing. That's the way it is sometimes.
And, of course, you got a great car owner, Mark Meaner, and MSM Elite Motorsports. Sometimes, buddy, they say you got to lose the big one before you can win the big one, and we'll do this again in September with the tour, won't we?
Yeah, that's right. We're in it. We're here to stay, and like I said, there's always September.
All right, John Beatty Jr. Taking the high road there. Timmy Salamito. Boy, for a while there with you and Bonsignor and Brun Hutzel and this, it was like an Eastern Kart Racing Association reunion. But this third place finish, yeah, you wanted to win, but this just might start turning you guys in the right direction heading to New Hampshire.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, we come here to win, but hard racing out front. Unfortunately, with the spray on the outside groove, the leader's got to take the outside, and, the inside guy gets to choose how wild he wants to be, and it got pretty wild up front tonight. So it is what it is, but we'll take it and build on it, and hopefully we can come back with some more speed.
Timmy Salamito, third place finisher here tonight. Well, ladies and gentlemen, again, on behalf of Eddie and Connie Partridge, Tom Gatz, General Manager John Elwood, Jimmy Wilson, Brian Vance, and the complete NASCAR Wheel and Modified Tour family, thank you for being here tonight. It was a weather nightmare, although now we have a nice hazy quarter moon over turn number 2. So hopefully that rain that's in New York City will not interrupt the post-race party. But we do thank you for persevering and joining us here tonight for what indeed was another short track classic with the NASCAR Modified Tour